Good morning, challengers. Welcome to day 1 of the 21 Days to Discover You Challenge. This is Ballori, your transformation coach for the next 21 days. I'd like to start off by acknowledging all of you who have taken this time to prioritize yourself. We live in a world where we are so disconnected. We have so many people around us, so many ways to technically connect with people. Yet somehow we are feeling very alone. We have a lot of things coming up in our minds and our hearts, yet we have no one to share it with. And it's not that the people around us just don't want to sit with our emotions and our feelings and whatever's coming up. The problem is they probably don't even do it themselves, for themselves. Most people do not know how to sit with their thoughts and their emotions. This is why we live in a world where we're looking for easy access and easy fulfillment, whether it's our phones, swiping left and right, meeting someone new every other day. We haven't really spent much time sitting in silence, hearing all of those scary thoughts that are coming up, healing ourselves through all of those crazy emotions that are coming up. So welcome. This will be a very interesting journey, I promise you. And I promise you that you will learn a lot about yourself and about those around you. So the first step of manifesting and doing anything is to set an intention and understand why you are doing it. So today's prompt is, why are you doing the 21 Days to Discover You Challenge? I personally am hosting this challenge because I know my mission here on earth is to serve. Despite having people around me, I know what it's like to feel alone and lost, stuck. I've had my fair share of challenges that have brought me to my knees, to the point where I wasn't actually sure that I would be able to live another second, let alone another day. But what got me through every time was knowing that getting through whatever I was going through was going to allow me to serve more people in a bigger way. So right before the pandemic, I had what one might have called the dream life, the perfect life. I had a great job, a beautiful apartment in Midtown Manhattan. I was traveling, I had friends, but suddenly I started feeling a deep void. Like, this literally cannot be what life is about. That's what I'd worked for my entire life. So I went into deep contemplation for the next 4 years. As a naturally curious person, I ask myself a lot of questions. I mean, a lot, like something like 1,000 questions a day. So as the world shut down, the isolation and loneliness became more obvious because now I didn't have the people around me either. But the more and more I was isolated, the more I started to hear a voice. It's a very smart voice. Oh, it was my own voice. Something that had been lost in the noise for as long as I can remember. I started to hear my inner guidance. It was there before, I just never heard it, or I never wanted to hear it. I started to see and experience the world differently. I started to make decisions differently. And as I did, I started to heal. Years of pain I was holding on to that was manifesting itself in various forms of suffering slowly started to go away. I was no longer triggered by things I was triggered by easily before, or if I was able to deal with it faster, easier. Relationships that I thought were done, there was no coming back from them, started to grow stronger. Some people just went away. But hey, less distractions, right? But as I healed myself, one thing that did happen is I became super sensitive to how much everyone around me was suffering. What I realized was the source of that suffering was the misalignment from who we really are. So it is my mission through this challenge to help more people rediscover who it is they were born to be. By the end of this challenge, I'm hoping that you will have a better understanding of your inner workings. What experiences have shaped who you have become? And lastly, understand that you can change what life has been to a life that is limitless, fulfilling, and happy. I don't want anyone to have to suffer alone. So for the next 21 days, I would be honored if you would let me be your guide and your soul sister as you discover you. That being said, now that you have more of a context on what this Discover You Challenge is about, let's come back to why you are doing this challenge. What would you like to get out of this experience? Not just for yourself, but also for those you care about. Why is now the time for change? What have you been uncomfortable with in your life? What are you curious about? Why do you feel like there might be something more? Why do you want there to be something more? And when you do this exercise and you're asking yourself why, I want you to ask yourself why 7 times. For example, I want a new job. Well, why do I want a new job? Because this job isn't making me happy. Okay, why isn't this job making you happy? Because I work so much and I don't get paid enough. I want to get paid more. Why do you want to get paid more? And so on and so on. So by the time you go through this 7 times, you're going to start off very high level, surface level answers. And the more you ask yourself why, you're going to have to go a little bit deeper and a little bit deeper. And by the time you get to that 7th why, your why should be so strong that no matter how hard it gets, you will keep pushing through it. It'll be so strong that even if you don't get results right away, you're going to stick to it. So if you haven't seen it already, I actually recently posted a video on why I became a transformation coach. So if you want to kind of see how strong a why can be, that would be a great place to check out. And so that is day 1. Enjoy your journaling. Really think about it. Really sit with it. Try to calm yourself down. Great way to start this is to do this early in the morning when no one else is really awake and really think about these answers. I've designed this challenge in a way where it will build on each other. So make sure you really think about these prompts every day when they come up, because the next one will build on this one. So thank you for joining us for this challenge and being curious to discover, unleash, and transform yourself so that you can lead your extraordinary life. I will see you again here tomorrow.